We are back out in the X Trail for a little car camp. Wanted to see what it's going to be like to sleep in it in the cold. I think we're going down to about 3 degrees today. Literally being kicked out my flat today anyway because they're having girls' night. Rather than tagging along on girls' night, I thought I'd come out and go for a little camp. Just going to a little local spot today, nothing too far away. Going to cook some dinner up and sleep in my car. This is where I was planning on going. Gates open, which is good. Ah, there we go. Lovely jubbly. I thought there was gonna be some doggers up here, but luckily there's not. Let's have a little look outside, see how obvious we look from the road and that. Oh yeah. Can see it very, very easily. Might be right when the lights go off. Don't know what would present itself as a better space. Ah, I'll be right. Jesus Christ. Look what has happened to my poor car. I've been parking it in some bad spots. Semi-rural spot at best. We are next to quite a fast bit of road. Just over there, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But then it's just fields this way, then a reservoir over there. So that should be a quite nice space to wake up in the morning. This is a sleeping space today. That's where I've got to sleep. So I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up in here. But I think I'll get a bit of food on first. And then sort this junkyard out. Better turn these off. Stick this bad boy on because I don't know how long the internal light's actually going to last. That's better. No flashing. Yeah, it's low beam. Bloody boy racers. Form of attack is going to strip it all out, have a little cook spot, and then throw it all on the other side. So I can sleep down one side, storage on the other side, cook in the middle, fish, bash, bosh. All this stuff can come out. Loads of bloody weddies. Another empty bag. I've got so much rubbish in here. I don't even know where to start. Couple of grills. Gonna have a mean old barbecue on this one day. But not today. 2 bloody paddleboards in there. Paddleboards were also still wet, so I went paddleboarding today. So that's not good. Oh, bloody hell, put that GoPro there. Right, now that is looking much better. Might not look like much space, but that'll do me. Gonna have the paddleboards down this side. Gonna cook at the back here. This is all my sleeping stuff. It's pretty cold. Time to get some dinner on the go, I think. Because otherwise, it's going to be really late by the time I eat. Lighter's literally died today. So I've had to cut a bit of cardboard off a matchbox and take a few matches because Emma needs some matches at the flat as well for the candles and stuff for girls' night. So that's all I've got. Let's hope this puppy fires up. Couldn't write it. Could not write it. There we go. Woo! Yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. I could not lose that flame, so I only got 2 matches. Like that there. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not a good cook, by the way, as you can see. That's also an absolute classic. It's like 1 cow spray. 150 sprays later. Let's get some chick on the go. I feel so dodgy being out in public with this, man. Sizzle, sizzle. Oh, this was cooked way too quick. That's literally all your waste from that. That and that. Lovely. A bit light waste. But this is not going well. I think it should be sizzling at least a little bit, but it looks a little bit cold in there. Should have put the onions in first. Well, I lost my composure with this camping malarkey. Onion next, I think. Oh, that chicken is not looking very good. Fun fact, I actually love a bit of raw onion. It really annoys Emma when I'm cooking. I just eat like the outside layer of the onion, but it does stick around in your breath for about 2 days after. Fresh. This onion's actually a little bit out of date as well, but it still tastes alright. Need a higher serve to make my back ache on that. I could honestly eat an onion like an apple, I think. I love it. Oh, that's a little bit kick back on the old gas fire. Don't worry about that, cook them up. I feel I need to get a bit more extra sizzle on there. What about a bit more of this? Sizzle my nizzle. God, there's going to be so much food. Chicken's look a bit dry. Put that down it. Look at that. A bit too watery. I'm sure that will soak in a little bit. Whilst that's cooking away, I'm going to sort out the rest of the stuff so I can actually get into bed relatively easy tonight. So I've got paddle boards down here. I've got a parcel thing, got a bag, got all this stuff. Now needs to get back inside there somewhere. I was a bit worried about it being pretty cold tonight, but it's actually not even cold at all. I've got a few layers on, but it might be because I'm next to the saucepan. Only down to 3 degrees, so not too bad. Right, I think this can go in the rubbish bin with all the vegetable scraps. Although they are sort of literally plants, I don't really want to chuck them all over the place. Leave no trace and all that. This is looking mighty fine now. You wait till I get that sauce in there. Time for a bit of Uncle Ben's cheaper cousin. Bang that in. Carb load ready for my sleep. Well, I'm going to do a run in the morning, so get a bit of carbs in for that. That's fine dining, baby. Oh, I might as well just whack all the sauce in as well. Nando's hot, be careful. Don't order anything at Nando's apart from extra hot personally. Because we like it extra hot, let's go for another sachet, shall we? Sachet, it's hard to say that. Sachet, shall we? Get all that in. I didn't buy that like that in these little sachets. Came in a takeaway the other day, so thought I'd use them. It's coming together. A bit of cheese in there would be nice, but I haven't got any, so next time. One thing I do wish this was a little bit higher, because I keep whacking my head on this. I either need to have this slightly higher, which is impossible, or find a parking spot where there's like a dugout bit for my feet, which again, impossible, so I guess I just have to have a bad back and whack my head every now and then instead. Oh, definitely haven't stirred this off good enough. That's what you call the opposite to non-stick, I think. Nothing to see. Just me cooking up a storm in the back of my car on a Saturday night by myself in winter. Yeah, that's right. I think it's time for the taste test. Let's taste this bad boy. Well, taste one bit of chicken and a couple of grains of rice. Ah, now that is what, I can eat that all day. That is dry. Let me get a bit of the old veg on as well. It's like one of those Greek or Italian restaurants, where you get it on a hot plate. Just leave it cooking whilst you're eating it. Ah. Right, I'm going to turn it off, that's all done I think. That is an absolute feast. That's what we like. Oh, hot. You know when you're really hungry and it's too hot to eat, but you're like prepared to burn your mouth for it because you can't wait. It's this situation. Oh, oh. H2O. Oh, someone's coming in here. A couple of doggers, I reckon. I don't want to listen to doggers whilst I'm eating my dinner. I don't think this is great for the old posture, eating in the back of the car. But I have a solution. Where there's a problem, I'll fix it. There we go. That's better. Clean plates, full bellies. That's what we like in this car. Oh. I've got like another 750 mils of water, and that just needs to do my coffee in the morning, little sip of water before my run. That's it really. Probably the best thing about cooking and camping in your car, I actually physically can't do that washing up, so unfortunately, as much as I would like to do that washing up, it's gonna have to wait till another day. Proper just been maxing chillaxing here after dinner. Probably doesn't look very comfy, but it is quite comfy actually. Been quite nice and peaceful just sitting here. Oh Christ, hope there's not anything else to follow that. That other car's finally gone. Started getting the back bit ready, but not much is really happening at the moment. Time to sort this gaff out. Push that down. Bloody hell, push that down here for a minute. Looks like I'm going to be spooning a paddleboard tonight to get off to sleep. That's a few bits and bobs. There. And then I should just be able to slip in this bit here. I'm going to put this insulation down on the floor. I don't think it's going to be that cold, because I'm not cold at all at the moment, but a bit of padding as well. Now I've got this roll mat, and I'm going to pump up this little mattress as well. It don't take too long. Literally feels like I'm not getting any space. I've got to fit in there at some point. I'm 6 foot something. I thought I'd actually doing pretty well in terms of remembering to bring everything, but one thing I did forget was a bloody pillow. So I'm going to use this buoyancy aid as a pillow. I think that should be fine. If not, I can roll up some insulation, use that instead. Shout out Sophie Preston for the little tube toothpaste. Now I'm starting to get a bit of order. So the idea is I sleep diagonally across on those bits of insulation, stick this roll mat over the top for a little more padding, something like that. That'll do. Just gotta keep on curling up. These don't take too long to blow up. They're sort of like got like a webbing inside, so you can literally blow up with your breath. They've also got some sort of like thermaline technology or something that reflects heat. It's got like a silver foil inside, but I just noticed it's quite long, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually fully stretch it out. Let's see how long this bad boy takes to blow up. Start stop clock now, or when I start blowing. God, Jesus Christ, that made me lightheaded. Well, it takes that long. Got a beastly pair of athletic lungs like myself. You're supposed to actually have like some sort of nozzle to put on the end of this, because basically all I'm doing there is just spitting inside all of it. The inside's just going to get wet and mouldy, but it's just another thing to bring, isn't it? And I don't have one, so I'll just stick with the old mouth technique, I think. But as you can see, it's quite long. Literally only just getting in there. I'll tell you what, I reckon if I push that passenger seat right forwards, that'll work, but I've put all my stuff that was in here in the footwell, so it's probably not going to go forwards any further. That has one full passenger door. Yeah, look, that ain't going nowhere, is it, that passenger seat? I can't even reach the little lever. I'm just going to leave that. I'll deal with it. Setup's looking swanky. Look at that. And put this little thing in this little position. Look at that, now we're talking. We're in. Oh, Billy! Hello. Oh. wasn't expecting to do it tonight. Not ideal, but I had to shove those wellies down there because wasn't really anywhere else for them to go. Ideally I want my foot well clear just in case I have to make a move sharpish at some point in the night, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There we have it, all boxed in. Just about stretch out. Would be better if that seat was pushed forwards, but that'll do for this evening. Did actually bring a book to read, but it's like just gone 11 and I'm not much for a late bird, so I'm gonna go sleep now and wake up in the morning, have a bit of coffee, go for a run, and hopefully don't get interrupted in the night by any doggers. I've opened up the sunroof a little bit and passenger and driver's side window just to let a little bit of air flow through, otherwise it'll be like a sauna in here. It doesn't feel cold in here at all. I don't think it's going to get much colder, it's already 11 o'clock, so we'll see how we get on. You can hear a bit of road noise, but it's not too bad. Turns out that buoyancy head is absolutely horrendous to use as a pillow, so I've got the wetsuit wrapped around a couple of bits of the insulation, and that is pretty dreamy, to be honest. Can't complain with that. Take two. Night night. This is what we looked like last night. Basically a setup, sleeping bag, top of the mattress, top of the roll mat, and a bit of insulation underneath. Wasn't actually too bad until the early hours of the morning, and then it started getting a little bit cold. And then this is obviously where we camped, overlooking the reservoir, not too bad. I'm gonna get all packed up, get a bit of coffee on the go, and maybe go for a run, depending on the bow situation. Might have to drop that off first. If this match doesn't light and stay alight, we're done for. There'll be no coffee for the morning. Let's try it. Could try and protect the flame as I walk over as well. Oh, we're alight. We're alight and cooking. We are cooking. Well, boiling water. Almost ready, look at that. So the second time I use this, I'm still getting used to how it all works, isn't it? Is that hot to put on plastic? Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a measly little cup of coffee. The higher the pour, the more welcome you are. That's what they say. There we go. Well deserved, I'd say, well deserved. Nice clean car, nice clean camp. Quite a nice spot here actually, because I don't have any service on my phone, so I couldn't really sit there and load YouTube videos or Instagram and flick through meaninglessly, so it's quite nice to get away for a night, to be honest. Put my little lighting strip back. Right, quick costume change. Packed up, ready for business. Now it's time for a little morning run, get the endorphins pumping. Nothing crazy, gonna do a bit of a cross-country sort of run over the back of these fields over there that you probably can't see. Maybe 5k, maybe more, maybe less. We'll see. Choice of music at the moment when you're working out. It's got to be on Man Dave. Get any of that good stuff on. What can I say? Dave gets me dialed, even if it is a bit of a piano song. Whoa, hey! Woo. I hope you enjoyed that little camp and cook sesh. Not a bad little morning run spot, but way muddier than I expected. So it's by no means going to be a quick one today. If you did like the video, make sure you like it. Sorry, a little snot just came out my nose. If you want to see more videos in the future, make sure you subscribe. And have fun, stay young, baby! Yeah!